What's up, everybody? How you doing? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the realm of Vasten. Today, I am going to be joining CraftingMantis, and we are going to join up with Fixit, and we are going to go on a tour of Kalael. I think I'm saying that right. I might be butchering it, but whatever. We are just going to be taking a tour of an old kingdom that was done a long time ago, and yeah, let's go check it out. Hold on, wait. We're not. I'm a professional. Yeah. All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new series on the channel. It's actually not that new. It's kind of it's an offshoot of Vasten. We're in the realm of Vasten, and I am joined here by PsilonCraft and Caluss. What's up, fellas?
Hey. Oh, how's it going, guys?
So I was telling people, I started doing a world tour episode, and I recorded like 25 minutes, and I realized, oh my goodness, this is going to be a 6-hour video or even longer. The world is huge. We have over 30 kingdoms in this world. Kingdoms can range anywhere from, a tiny little hamlet to a huge city, right? It's not possible to view that in a world tour. So what I thought is like, let's do individual episodes of world tours. From every single kingdom gets its own episode. And I thought, let's bring in Vasten members and even maybe some people outside of Vasten just to come in and give their thoughts, so we can talk. So it's not just me monologuing, because who wants to hear that? No one I live with anyway. Okay, do you guys want to come this? So we're in the town. I think this is called a town. Yeah, this is a town. Our numbers are 0 to 1, or 1 to 10 people is a hamlet. 10 to 100 is a village, 100 to 1,000 is a town, and over 1,000 is a city. And that's just something we kind of keep in mind, so that if we set out to build a city, we try to make it big enough that 1,000 people could potentially live there,
Right.
So this is the walkway. Now, Kalael is the second city or town that we built in this entire world. This came right after spawn. It was my episode 50 of season 1. So that's been back a long time ago. And you'll see from building style, this walkway that we're on came considerably later. I was a more experienced builder at this point. But there's a lot of storyline to some of these. Some hamlets have a lot of storyline. Some are just kind of built. But the idea is, this is called Howard's Tower. Built Howard T. Duck started it when he was playing. He was one of my old mod buddies, and he built basically a big square and then kind of got burned out of vanilla and left. And I was like, well, crap, there's just a big square here. What am I going to do? So I decided to make a ruined tower and then write lore. And the story is, travelers were traveling through this area, and a big storm came upon them. Then they found this sort of like, underground area. So they went in here and they weathered the night, and they got talking. They said, hey, you know what? We should live here. This would be a great place to live. And that's the beginning of how this town started. And this town, it's quite old. This town is well over 1,000 years old. So yeah, so you'll see some aged stuff like in here, and some newer stuff that built. Now, the building style is extremely Wells Knightian, if you will, because at that time, Wells was by far my biggest influence whenever I was building from a vanilla perspective. So you'll see a lot of build. Now, my building style has changed, not that it's gotten better or worse, but you'll see a lot of sort of Wells influences here in this town, if you will. But it was fun. It was fun, and it's big. It's really big. It's at that time, when we built this realm is still a realm back. It was like a Mojang realm, and it was still early enough in it that I didn't really know that we were going to be building 30 more kingdoms. I just thought, well, this is going to be the biggest one. We'll just stay here forever or whatever. So I just kept on going and going without a real set plan. So we started over here. This is the very first building right here. This was our AFK fishing shack, which back then and even now, we didn't have an ender yet. So I AFK fished for experience mostly. I bet there's fish in here. No. Someone took my fish. I had fish in there. Mar took my fish, I bet.
Mar, for sure. Or it might be Truth, actually, because he started to collect.
Oh, is he rounding stuff up?
Yeah.
So all the custom trees and stuff were done by Ulrich, who was a viewer who came. The first 150 episodes I did or so were all live streamed during my son's nap time. At the time, I only had one boy, and Ulrich came to everyone, and finally he got Minecraft and he jumped on the realm. And I thought, like, well, that would be cool. We'll get someone to build. And then all of a sudden I realized, holy crap, Ulrich is an amazing, amazing builder. So every bit of if you look at something and it's unbelievably great, it's Ulrich. If it's not unbelievably great, it was probably me. But yeah, so like there's a little sheep, just a tiny little sheep farm over there. And this was again before we decided to sort of have sheep farms have their own hamlet and stuff, you know, but all these like custom trees and stuff were all done by Ulrich, and even the layout. And you can see, I think this house is when I very, very first started to try random texture variation. And you can see the result. Geez, I haven't built out of wool since this. I think this is the one and only time I actually used wool as a building block. But I've decided that I don't want to change it because it's history, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
If I want to change it, I'll just go build a new house that's better than this. But little things that I learned. Oh yeah, I wouldn't do that probably now. Here, like working a little bit of lore. Actually, I did the interior. So in your face, those of you who say I don't do interiors, and you're right. But this one time I did it. Yeah, and just you know, I was just in my infancy of building in vanilla, just trying to like learn how to do stuff, you know, like even that bridge up there, I thought I was the most genius artistic person that's ever lived by putting a bridge there to give some depth. I mean, for real. I really did. I mean, it's fine. It looks good and whatever, but I must have raved about that for probably an entire like hour live stream about what a great builder I am. This is our storage hall from in Kalael. Again, it's so huge because we thought we were going to be here for a really, really, really long time. And we were here for a good while, but, you know, given the size of things that we build now, it's not on the same scope. You know? Right. But there were very many few of us. I think the most people that ever worked here were maybe 3 people. Maybe 4. I think Andy worked a little bit here. The walls on this came much, much, much later. The walls came at the very end of season 1. It was like one of the last things I did before we moved on, just because it was like one of those things, like I always knew I wanted walls around this town, but I just never did them. And then it was like, crap. And now we're running out of time now. I have to, whenever I decided to do a season 2. Little things like stables over here, I think are cool. But the half slabs, the double half slabs are a little odd here. But
yeah, they sometimes throw you off when you.
Yeah. I must have just had a lot of slabs whenever I did this. I don't know why I would just have so many, but you know, whatever. It was a moment of time. It's fine. If you walk over this way, you'll see, and this is where we started a little bit of lore. We started some interesting lore bits. Should I show you a big failure of mine? Here, let's come out this. So I decided I wanted a vine farm. And here's how I tried to do it, because I'm an idiot and I don't know how anything works. So I tried a vine farm, and all I did was I just did this. This is the entire. I thought I was genius. I truly thought I was genius. I was like, this is so great. So I put all these hoppers down there, and then I thought, I'll just shear this right here, and then I'll get like 1,000,000 vines. And I never tried it until I got it completely done. And then I tried it once, like, where'd all my vines go? Yeah, if you don't, just in case you're the one person who doesn't know, yeah, that's not how it works. You have to shear from the bottom up to get the vines. Yeah. But, this is
that's fine.
A big failure of mine. You know, and you can see there are some things like so. Kalael is an oak. It's an oak lumberjack thing. At the time that we had it, because our towns were a lot smaller than like Salea and White Sands, we thought there'd be one main export for each town, you know, and this one is oak. That's why you see all the oak, because they have giant oak forest that we'll get to over there. Little things like, oh, this fountain's really cool. Is it on? It looks like it might be off. Oh, you know, the fountain turns on and off.
Oh, wow.
Ulrich did that. I still to this day I don't know how, because there's only one block that goes up, so I still don't know how I did it. But yeah, but it's pretty cool. And actually, inside, I think
it's a hopper clock.
Yeah, Sile now.
Yeah, I still don't. It's magic, is what he said to me. Like, but anyway, it's pretty cool. I think it adds a little bit of life.
Yeah.
A guy named Lucifer and Luna, his girlfriend, built these 2 houses here, and these 2 were tough for me because at the time I was building, in my sort of I don't know, in my creative process, I thought that every house in a kingdom in a town should have the exact same palette. And they came in and built this out of birch, the one over there out of birch. I was like, and I didn't want to say no, but I thought there's no birch here. Every house is supposed to have oak and stone brick accents. You know what I mean? Like that was sort of my mindset. Now, of course, I've changed my ways into thinking that that's not how cities are. Every house looks different, you know. And I mean, maybe there's a general style for whatever reason, but there's a larger color. You don't pick just one palette and be like, okay, now build 100 houses, you know. But at the time I was building this, that's what I thought you did.
Well, it's not a town without neighbors arguing about fences and paint, you know. So
it's true. It's true. Or in my case, a tree that's hanging over a fence and that is going to at some point fall and ruin everyone's week. Anyway, so the only thing I can figure out what to do is make a lot more houses. So I copied the style and I made like 8 more of these, and that way it feels like it fit, you know. And I think that's a good rule of thumb. If you're building and you do something that maybe isn't ideal, then just do more of it, and it'll often make it look better.
Yeah.
And we tried just to fill town. Like this is a really sort of a little bit more of a rundown section. First ever abandoned house. One of these, I can't find it. Over here, yeah. So over here, I wanted one had like kind of been just left to ruin, and I think that I'd like to have more of that kind of. I think that kind of stuff is cool. In fact, actually, it wouldn't be the worst thing to have a couple of those in Celea. Like
yeah, especially where I'm building.
It adds a lot to it. Like some houses that maybe just just dilapidated. I think it's kind of cool. Let me see if I can track down a bed in one of these houses. No. Let's see if we can find a bed. There's this might not shock you, but there's not a lot of interiors around here.
I'm stunned.
Yeah, like none. Wait a second, there might be an interior over here. I think there are some though, because Ulrich does great interiors. So if Ulrich built the house, or if he came in and finished my house, there will be interiors. So bed. Aha. Okay. So some other things, we have a very loose role, and it's a lot less so now that everyone in the realm of Vasten is a content creator, or just about. Back in the olden days, I was the only content creator. So we made up a rule here that if someone builds something, you have to keep it. And that was just it was like a chance to be artistic and more creative than you might normally be. Now you can edit it as much as you want, but you can't just destroy it. So because in early in season 1, we had a lot of people who just come on for a couple months and then disappear, whatever. And that kind of thing happens, especially whenever I wasn't all that stringent about the sort of requirements to go on. Basically, if someone's like, "Hey, can I play?" I was like, "Okay, come on." So someone came on, and darn if I'm never gonna remember her name, but someone came on and built this thing. Now this wasn't a burial man; it was just a hole in the ground that you came down here, and there was a throne. And she said, "Hey, I built you a throne. Fix it." And there was a throne right here, and that literally that was it. It was a hallway and a throne, and that was it. So I'm racking my brain like, okay, I'm not a character in this world, right? She misunderstood sort of how we do it, and that's fine. Yeah. But I didn't want to destroy it. I wanted to come up with something. So we changed this into a burial mound. I learned about burial mound time and learned what they are. So we built this burial mound here over the ground. So it's something and natured it up. And then what we did is once you're elected mayor of Kalael, then you're mayor for life until things don't go so well. And at that point, the only way out is the townspeople. Unfortunately, they end you and your family. So these rooms are tombs of the mayors and their family. It's a real dark place, but you can see there's just like we came in and just built a ton of tombs. So each room is a mayor and unfortunately a former mayor and their family and stuff.
So the family goes as well.
It's real dark. Yeah, it's real dark. It's real dark. But I mean, not everything's good in the world. So this is a real dark place. But yeah, so Kalael, like it seems like a real happy town. Seems like good, and then you learn sort of the backstory. And you're like, things are pretty crappy here. Like I would not want to be mayor. Yeah, and then just other like little, like again, just little poor houses. These kind of stretch on a good bit. But if you come over this way, you're gonna see the first church I ever built in my life, and it's here. It's the first church of the end. we decided that we wanted religion, and it was tough because I didn't want to have like Christianity or Hindu or whatever. I wanted to create our own, just so it's fictional. I feel like that's always the best way to go, unless you're recreating the actual world or something. So we decided, well, if it's in Minecraft, let's just make it part of the game, and that was a huge decision, because although we kind of made it spur of the moment, that's influenced like literally everything we've done from that point on.
Yep, I can understand that.
So we came up with, well, there's 3 dimensions. So why don't we come up with 3 main religions of the world? So Church of the End, Netherism, and the Order of Man, which is kind of like the overworld science religion, if you will. It's kind of like I think of them as like steampunkish sort of. They're like the most technologically advanced sort of people and that kind of stuff. So this is the first one we did, and this at the time I thought was the most massive build I've ever done. It's not the most massive build I've ever done at this point, but I think it actually turned out okay.
No, I like it. It's bigger than anything I've ever built.
What with some ender pearl symbology here, with the a lot of circles and round things and the green and purple, and then very recently, like I can't even think of when, like this season at some point, I think I came in and added a leap of faith here, so you can actually go to the end from here. Before that was not a thing at the it takes you to the end temple from here, but if you fall down, you fall through the lava and it's all fine. But that was something I did just because this was the only Church of the End that didn't have one. I thought I wanted to be consistent.
Yeah.
But if you come out here, then you'll see this tower. I think this tower was really cool. So the idea is that when they hold services, and I thought every Church of the End would have one of these, but then since that's not continued, when the sun's going, because that's west, so when the sun sets, it'll shine through the green one first, which tells you they start the service, and then when it gets down to the purple one and it's about to set, that's when they end the service, because that's when the Enderman can come out.
Oh, nice.
So I thought that was kind of a cool lore sort of situation. And then again, much later I came in, because this was empty and I didn't know what to do with it. This was just an empty courtyard. So much later I came in and added all the the mausoleums and kind of graves and stuff. It's hard to not make crosses when you're making Minecraft graves, right?
Right.
Yeah. I even did it here but that doesn't make sense in this world. You know what I mean? Like crosses have no meaning in this pretend fictional world that we have, right? So although they're here, I've since tried to kind of go away from that, just because that wouldn't mean anything here, Exactly, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So but this turned out really well. I actually based this fence. Actually, this fence I really like too, and I stole this completely from Novigrad, from Elysium Fire's mega build.
Yeah.
They did a fence around church like that, and it's like, holy cow, this is awesome. So I stole. I just completely stole how nice the fence is.
So the fence idea isn't new after me and IJ made it over at VD.
Well, the fence that I stole from Celea was stolen from you, but this fence was stolen from Novigrad. It's a little different. I steal fences from everyone. Don't be a fence
stealer.
Wait, no offense.
Nice one.
I'm gonna clip out. I'm gonna take out the clip where I said it wrong twice. No, I won't. I forget. I don't edit. Let's continue on. Okay, so this is the mayor's house. This again, talking about, and I say this kind of teasing myself. This at the time I thought was like my coolest build ever. Not the house necessarily, but the garden behind it, because I had never done that before. And the first time you do a real nature organic sort of build, it like blows your mind. You're like, holy cow, I did this. And then later you kind of realize like, yeah, hard. But the time I did this, I thought it was just the coolest thing. Just this tiny little place. First time I ever did like a random texturized ground. And again, the random texturized thing. So this was just my learning curve as a builder. First time I ever did these things.
Yeah, I like it.
One of my favorite things about Vasten for me is that I can see my entire growth since I never played vanilla before this world. It's nice to go back and see things I did like 3.5 years ago, and it's cool. It's cool. I don't think a lot of people have worlds. I mean, some do, but a lot of people don't have worlds from the very, very, very beginning that they started. Although, Caluss, is yours kind of the beginning?
Yeah, my single player. That's when I started my YouTube. That's when I started playing.
That's amazing because it's so freaking good. Like I show you my beginner stuff and it's so amateurish, and then yours looks as good as like anything I've ever seen. It's
Well, I guess I was kind of weird because I was watching Minecraft videos before I even like started playing. Like I was really into BOO just because he's hilarious to watch. Like
he is, yeah.
He's just great, and so I definitely picked up a lot of stuff. And then, I mean, looking at what I've just going back and looking at my first builds after playing on here for so long, it's like, man, my next place is just going to be so much better. Whatever.
Oh yeah, and that your next place will always be so much better. always, you know. That's just kind of, I guess, the process of seeing things artistically. This house is horrible, actually. This house is one of my worst designs ever. Leave, save it. Like, if you're looking at this on the video, you think, that's not so bad. Leave, save it. If it's not for leaves, this house is absolutely disgusting. It's really bad. It's one of my worst builds. But if you walk in, there's some story. So if you go through here, and if you go downstairs, are you guys ready to be amazed? Sai, especially you. Are you ready to be amazed?
Yeah.
Get ready to have your mind blown. Okay, Sai. Get ready to be impressed. This is a little jail cell under the mayor's cell. You know, because I figured the mayor's a little jail and stuff like that. Not much to see here, right? Not much to see here. Hey, Sai, walk over this way. Just walk over that way, Stu. Oh! That's right. I did all the redstone myself. I did the redstone all by myself. So the mayor has a dark secret. And the mayor has a nether portal, which, you know, if you've been following Vasten, you know that nether portals are a no-no. You know, so the mayor is secretly a follower of netherism. One of the... It's a religion in the realm, but not a very popular one. They've been at war together for so long. There was some war I wrote where the mayor's daughter left him because she wanted to follow the Church of the End and stuff. But that was unfortunately never committed down to paper. It was just I just talked about it on a video. So sadly, it's lost to time. It's like the original manuscript of Beowulf or something, you know. Oh, here, so this area was kind of cool. This is a factory, and it's not good. It's not good, but you know, again, learning curve. This is I tried to do you know, just a big freaking furnace situation there. And if you come over here, I tried to do a super smelter all myself. So this may not be as shocking to you. It doesn't work. But I tried, and I really thought I had it working. I really thought I did redstone. I put like comparators and, you know, redstone torches and repeaters and hoppers and stuff. But yeah,
yeah, that's because you're missing redstone here. But
I think I tried to fix it. Actually, I think I tried to fix it, and at one point and took that out. Even when it was all right, it didn't work. So
actually, I can take that with me to her.
Yeah. Yeah. So, let's see what else. Actually, I'm gonna go across here and sleep. There's a lot of places to go, because again, if we did this now, so we have a big cactus farm in Sandrascu because that just makes sense of where to have a cactus farm. But at the time that I built this, I thought every city would have every resource essentially, you know. So there's like a small cactus farm and a small leather farm and you know all that kind of stuff, but like a small wheat farm. So I'm just looking for a bed actually right now. I can't find them. Come on, Ulrich, where are these houses that you did? I know you. Oh, hold on. What the heck is this? Wait. What is this? Caluss, come look at this. Are you seeing this? Those sticks?
Yeah.
What the heck is going on here? What is this? I'm not playing dumb. I'm not acting. I have no idea what this is.
It just says yellow carpet.
Oh, there's a sign. Oh, how cool. Wow. I didn't know you could do that. That's really, really cool. You know, I've never been in this building before, I don't think. I feel like Bruce Wayne in the Tim Burton Batman, where they're sitting at the table with Vicky Vale. No one knows what I'm talking about, but they're sitting at the table with Vicky Vale, and she's like, and it's this really, really, really long table, and he's at one end, she's at the other end, and she's like, you know, she's talking, he's like, I'm sorry, what? And she's like, so, you know, do you eat here, or is this where you usually eat? And he looks around, and he's like, actually don't think I've ever been in this room before. It's very funny. It's funny the way Michael Keaton does it. Michael Keaton's hilarious. One of the treasures of our time, just under Kevin Costner. Okay, let's continue.
Best Batman's, I say.
I certainly the best Bruce Wayne, right? I mean, certainly the best Bruce Wayne. The fact that he couldn't turn his head as Batman, I think hindered his Batman performance because of the giant Tim Burton goth S&M Batman cowl. But his Bruce Wayne, I think, was so aloof and interesting. I thought I love it. These things are supposed to be grain silos. It doesn't even make sense. I just wanted something to walk under. Literally, it's stupid. You would never keep your grain in a silo that does that. But anyway.
Did we
here's
lose
a week.
Sai?
Oh, we may have lost Sai.
I'm looking for it. So.
We from that house we went south
Oh, there he is.
towards like the mayor's house and stuff.
He just flew past us.
Flew past us. We're by the sugarcane farm. If you see, this is I didn't do this. This is an automatic sugarcane farm. It's very like no one's ever here, so no one's ever like it's just never loaded in. But I bet there's a lot of there's a lot of sugarcane. I bet. This is what is this? It's a dropper. It must not be working. There must be redstone that's not working because I think the dropper should be putting it into this chest. But anyway, this is underground. There's like a automated sugarcane farm that might be turned off right now. I'm not sure. And a wheat farm. And the reason why this wheat farm is cool is because it's like walled off and it's very small. It's too small to actually feed anyone. I didn't realize at the time how little like a small field like this actually produces. but we wrote some lore that said thieves come into Kalael most nights and like break in and whatever and stuff like that. And where the thieves live is over in this forest. So let's head over this way. Oh, and this is our tree farm. Have you ever seen our tree farm, Cal?
Nope.
This is our old tree farm, which I think Sai has built a better one because I think it does wood types, and this one only really works with oak for some reason. But it's really cool. So if you go in here, it probably works on the same principle. But if you go in here and you put bone meal in this thing, and then you just plant saplings right there, it just kicks trees out. It just grows them and kicks trees out like all day long. It's pretty cool. But I think Sai, I think yours is like a more advanced level of this, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
But it was cool at the time because we needed all the oak that you got here all came from here. Cool.
Yeah.
But if you want to be blown away by something, come on in this house. So Ulrich, the master of interiors, hands down. I mean, not to say this lightly, like the best interiors I've ever seen. Just head into this house and just take a look.
Yeah.
This is, and every house he does is like this. Like this house is amazing. It's like it's a labyrinth of house of different levels and different areas. I mean, you could look at this.
Like the levels.
It's unbelievable. Like, and you could go in this house for like 20 minutes and never see the same area. It's just, and the house isn't that big. It's just the way he did it with all these different floors and levels, and nothing's like a full floor like the way I build. Everything's like half floors and quarter floors and a couple steps here and there.
Nice. I like the way it opens up here, down here in the dining area.
It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm still hoping. I'm still hopeful that one day Ulrich doesn't have a computer effectively right now, so I'm still hoping that one day he'll get that sorted out and come back to us because he's a cool dude and just a really, really, really good builder. So, and all this is of course done in survival. It's just very impressive. Doing interiors in survival takes so long, I've been told. I just can't imagine. I mean, even just to get like one, like you're like, oh, I should put a redstone torch there. And like, okay, let me go back to storage, get a piece of redstone and a stick, and come. It's backbreakingly slow. I think.
He's even got a bathroom. I can never do that.
Yeah, right. That's something we should do in Celea. Actually, we should, if we're looking for space fillers, we should use like outhouses and stuff. That'd be a good space filler, actually.
Yeah.
So if you guys can't find your way out, you can go spectate or something out. Really hard.
Fun one here in the backyard, I guess. Yeah.
And then I think we only actually have one real thing to see, which is a custom forest just outside here, and this is Thieves Forest. So Thieves Forest is a pretty rough place to be at night because the thieves come out. There's several hidden thieves' den in Thieves Forest. So just fly which way is this? East or so, and find the road and just set down anywhere on the road. Okay, we're back. We found each other. This place is so confusing because it's so big. That's actually a different kingdom just over there. Like I say, some kingdoms are really, really small and some are big. This was a procedurally generated village that I overhauled in Oak Grove. And we'll do that in a different tour. And that'll be one of the short tours. Some of these videos are going to be long, like 30, 40 minutes. Some are going to be like 5 minutes, depending on the size of the hamlet. But this is the first time we ever used Adjury to fly in trees. And we did this... we started using the individual trees that we flew in. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, nice. And then realized that I wanted this to be way, way, way possible. So then that's when we made the plots. So I think the plots are now gone. But we used to have these plots that were, because structure blocks can go 32 by 32 by 32. And so I made these 32 block plots with like coarse dirt and gravel and soul sand. Like it was basically a plot of forest. And I made like 3 of them, and then I just we just pasted those here because that's one of the creative concessions that we make here is for the custom trees and things, and this forest goes on and on and on and on. But I think it's nice, and if you could imagine the size of working on this by myself, how long this took, even with the structure blocks, because they're still got to edit so much. You still got to add because they don't line up. But you can't have like a 32 block completely straight ridge of 2 blocks higher, so you have to kind of randomize it a bit,
Yeah, but it looks really good.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to tackle like a custom forest area, and this looks cool.
I think this is fun, and then later then we filled the trees by using the B-dubs tall oak trick with the torches and stuff, just to get the big trees, because then every time a little tree would grow, we'd basically just cut it down and try again for the big trees, but yeah, it's good. Now ideally, if I had unlimited, what I would do is I'd come in and replace all of these oak stairs with spruce stairs because they are better for this palette, but that's not ever going to happen, so we just learn to live with it. But if you're ever hanging out here on the month that we are open to public, you can come here and look for the thieves' dens, because there are 2 of them hidden somewhere, and 1 tunnels under the ground to get up into Kalael. And that's how the thieves break in and take stuff.
Cool.
But guys, I think that's about the end of the Kalael. What are your thoughts of this one?
So, funny story is I've actually been here in the first couple days that I joined, and I ran out of rockets.
Yeah,
and
that's
I got
right.
lost for a while. I could not find the ship. I wandered around for so long, and it wasn't fun.
I could see being lost here for a really, really, really long time. For sure, that would be, yeah, because this city is not planned out at all. The roads are really, really and there's multiple exits too, so there's not like one exit just to the ship.
Yeah,
like you can just keep on going and going.
Yeah, I had to actually go back because I think it was a world tour you did with Mythical Sausage, and you brought him over here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I had to go back and like watch that to find out how you guys arrived and like how you got back out.
That's so funny. This is like a secret backdoor that was added much more recently. Mostly because if you keep going on this, you'll get to the Drunken Sheep Winery, which is another sort of separate hamlet. With Jerm's new textures, the gravel is so close to dirt. I honestly don't know if I'm on the road half the time. Like I thought I was on the road, but apparently I'm not right now. I love it so much, but the gravel it's a little hard to differentiate between that and like this isn't even a road. This is just coarse dirt. I think anyway. Sai, any thoughts? Any parting words of wisdom?
Oh, this is real cool. I have to make more custom woods as well, because this is I just love it. I'm actually a bit speechless here.
Well, darn it! If you guys are gonna make custom woods, you better do it here. For Pete's sake, if we're gonna do it, use Adjury and especially now that the VD crew is just kicking so much butt over in Adjury, making all the trees and stuff. Zombie!
I actually think, what about adding some custom forest around Celia also, but also add more ice spikes there?
Oh, that would be cool. That would be really cool. You know,
Yeah,
actually, it'd be a good way to frame the city too. You know.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
my thought also. So because this is so well done, and I just like the dead bush also fits so real good in here. That's
Yeah, it really helps. I think it's yeah, I really like this area. And we have a couple custom forests in Vasten, but I'd like a lot more, you know, because like when you're here, this doesn't feel like vanilla. This feels like a map, you know, I think.
yeah.
Anyway, well guys, thanks so much for joining me on my little tour, and you know, if you guys enjoy it, go subscribe to my buddies Caluss and CraftingMantis, because they're doing amazing builds, amazing stuff. And subscribe to all my friends, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Thanks for going on that little tour with me. If you're interested in videos like this, checking out all the old worlds and different builds and stuff that has happened over the period of the Realm of Vasten, make sure you go down the description below and click on Fixit's channel, subscribe, and he's going to be doing those with a whole bunch of people. So yeah, make sure you also check out all the other people in the description, all great people. But that's going to do it for this time, guys. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.